Boom, boom, boom. What is going on, everyone? My name is Ricky. If you guys have never watched any of my videos, I have a little bit over 133,000 subscribers within my YouTube channel, and I invest in the stock market. So we do a series of different things. I have one of the largest free networking platforms. So if you've ever wanted to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, it's the third link in the description. You 100% do not have to join. It's just an option if you've ever wanted to surround yourself. It's a free Facebook group, and then within that Facebook group, there is a link on the top pinned post for our free Discord group chat. Also, the first link in the description is for my Learn Plan Profit private group chat. I would take 30 seconds if you have not done so already. Check that Learn Plan Profit group out. I'm going to be talking about them in just a little bit, but most importantly, let's go ahead and talk about today's profit. First of all, I want to apologize for not going live. I usually go live every like kind of morning at around 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then I go live once again kind of like around 5 or 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, recapping on my trades and stuff like that. But today, I was barely able to make, so my Learn Plan Profit group, that's my private course group. I speak to them every single day, 30 minutes after the market opens. We usually speak for about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes. I love talking to this team because we're always having so much fun. But unfortunately today, I missed my flight. I rushed over to the airport from Phoenix, flying into California, and I unfortunately missed my flight. And as you guys can see, there's a couple people that are joining us live right here. So I want to say what's up to a couple of you guys. What's up, Cameron? What's up, Willie Juice? What's up? There we go. What's going on? So Gush crushed it today. And believe it or not, if you guys watched the video that I uploaded yesterday night, if I'm not mistaken, that's actually the exact ticker that I talked about. I've been showcasing and talking about the day before, every single day, about the trade that I'm about to take. And I don't want you guys to focus on the actual ETF or stock itself that I'm investing in, but I want you guys to focus on my thought process and the pattern that I see that encourages me to see value in this. That's what I want you guys to focus on, because if you're watching this 1 week down the road, the stock or ETF is going to become irrelevant. Again, you should never trade based on other people's opinion. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I traded, why it is that I saw value, and my actual profits. For those that care how much money it is that I made, I'll show you guys my profits for the day. I ended up taking 2 positions. I'm going to talk about why I took those 2 positions before the day closed, and where I plan to sell and why it is that I see value in them. So we got a question from Byron saying, it's like, hey bro, can you explain why drip and gush keep bouncing on the same resistance as support? Is that normal? How many repetitions of those can one expect? Yeah, and guys, I'm a technical trader. I trade based off of previous patterns, and Byron, that is exactly just it. That's why I called out the sell. So let me just start breaking it down. So thank you again for saying that. Let's see. I'm going to move myself over here. I want to give a shout out to Jeremy for letting me use his little movie room. All right, I think we're all good. So you guys should be able to see my screen, and this is the Gush ETF. It's the oil gas ETF, right? Looking at this 180-day 4-hour analysis, I talked about this yesterday, and what did I talk about? It was this overall resistance that it previously had at $24. How do I know that that's a resistance, an ideal sell point to, an ideal sell point, so where I usually want to cover profits? It's because it's been rejected at $24 multiple times. So it makes sense on why I would want to sell close to or near to that $24 price point. Looking a little bit further back, old support levels becoming new resistance levels. You can see that it was a previous support level. It's acting as a new resistance level. And most importantly, the reason that I purchased it yesterday was it's showing this upward staircase pattern. Do you see this? It continues the lows. Every time that it pulls back after it hits the resistance, it makes higher lows. So it doesn't go as far back as it did before. Do you see this? Do you see this upward staircase pattern? Exactly what I saw. So if we look at it yesterday, that's why I chose to take a position. That's why if you were part of the Learn Plan Profit group in the voice chat, that's why I called out that, hey, you guys should keep a close eye out for Gush at around the $22 price point and see if it could hold above $22. Luckily today, it covered 8.27%. Can you guys guess where I sold today? Obviously, I sold way too early. It's something that I always do. I'm a very conservative trader, and something that I always want to encourage people to do is to cover profits. I'm here to stay green on a consistent basis, and year to date, I know that it's only March, right? So it's only 3 months so far, but I have not closed one red position, not one. I've been trading almost the same ETFs and the same stocks time after time. They work for me, they do well. And just so you guys can see my profits for the day, I'll pop it up right here, $1,257.75. It's in the thumbnail. You guys can see it right here. I can move it around for you guys. I don't know if you guys care, right? Whatever. But I like that's great and all, right? I'm trading with I usually take any positions anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000, and the amount of money that I make is great for me, right? But what I want you guys to focus on is the pattern that I saw value in. So when it came down to the ascending uptrend pattern, so looking at this 180-day pattern, this ascending upward staircase pattern, that's what I saw with the overall resistance at $24. Can you look at exactly where it peaked out today? So on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, you can see that it hit highs of 24.10. We were almost exact. I was catching a flight, and I was about to take off. I was catching a flight. I was about to go through TSA, and I saw it struggling at around 23.20, and that's where I decided to sell. I still gave up a lot of margin. I knew that it had the potential to first hit $23.50 or overall highs of $24 based off previous patterns. I knew that the margin was there, but when it came down to opportunity cost, I was up over $1,000 on the day. I was going to go through a series of the TSA and stuff like that. So all of a sudden, if there were to be a pullback, I wouldn't be able to take action. So when it came down to opportunity cost, I just decided to cover profits. And that's one thing that I want to encourage if you're watching this video that I think that everyone should always do. Not always so focused on maximizing overall profits, but just understanding that it's much more important to stay green on a consistent basis. Why is it that I say this? Well, if you guys can go right on over here, this is the Learn Plan Profit group. This is the private course group that I have, and you can see all these people. Again, so my first month has paid for the course, so I want to give them a shout out. So $364 in the past month. Again, all we focus on is consistency. These are all people that posted their profits for the day. Consistency is key. Again, it's just a positive environment. We like surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals. And look, nothing but green, saying thank you, nothing but green. They can tell me thank you for all they want, for all the money that they made, but it's all their hard work that is paying off, because I don't tell anyone where to buy or where to sell. All we focus on is consistent uptrend patterns. We focus on stocks that we actually see value in, and not just because someone else is calling it out. Again, all green, all green, all green. And then I want to give a shout out to this one as well. He's been averaging about $2K a month, and overall almost at $7,000 profit in the past 3 months. This is all their hard work. I'm just, someone that can. So the whole thing about the course group and the whole thing about TechBud Solutions is that you get a network and surround yourself with like-minded individuals. It's as simple as that. You get to be with people that are involved in the same market. It's an amazing community. It's always a positive environment. And even in the free group chat, right, we have amazing admins that take amazing control and really guide people in the right direction. I want to give a shout out to Ferris. I want to give a shout out to Lupo. I want to give a shout out to Dimitri. I want to give a shout out to all the people that are part of Learn Plan Profit and TechBud Solutions as a whole. The overall admins, as in like Brad and Vin and Robinhood Harley as well. I want to thank you guys all, and especially all of you that are watching, because if it weren't for you guys, this community would not be what it is today. I mean, that's why I'm working so hard to find the best location for the headquarters that we're going to establish, because I want to have the opportunity to actually meet you guys in person and to be able to trade with you in person. How amazing would it be to visit a facility that we establish that, we just have monitors everywhere. All you have to do is you have to come in, dock up your computer, and then all of a sudden you have all your panels pulled up, and we just start trading and making money. That's the goal. That's the dream. And that's what I'm going to work on to make sure that I provide by summer for all those that are interested, that they could fly in and come visit and hang out with me in the TechBud Solutions community. But that's really just it. I mean, that was my profits for the day. That's how I closed. This is my third day this week, closing over $1,000 profit up overall. Today was 1,257. I was up a total of 2,420. So that puts me at what is that? Almost $3,700, something like that for the weekend. And my goal on a weekly basis is $2,000 to $2,500. So this gives me a really good cushion. Last week was not the best week. I think I was a little bit over $1,000 profit last week. So it was kind of a slow week. So again, that's why you don't stress yourself. Last week was really slow. I didn't want to force any trades. This week, there's a lot of opportunity that I'm seeing, and that's why I'm taking action. Again, that's about, that's what we do. Sometimes there's bad weeks, and there could be a series of bad weeks, 2-3 weeks that can be consistently bad weeks. But it's, again, one of the best positions that you can take is not one at all, especially if you don't see value in it. I'm going to talk about 2 tickers. In no way are these any stock suggestions. In no way should you feel encouraged to trade them by any means. I just want to break down why it is that I see value in them. And that's it. And I hope that you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. And if you guys don't, I 100% understand. You guys can simply not watch the video if you guys don't like the way that I break things down. And I 100% can respect that. But let's go ahead and break down X. So X had an amazing day. It almost cleared. It was up over 5% on the day. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this one, I called this one out for those that are part of the Learn Plan Profit Group. And we could see that today was one of the first days that it got the confirmation and the break above the 180-day EMA. It's been really struggling to break above the 180-day EMA. And not just that, because sometimes it's been getting really close, but then it gets rejected. Today was the first day that it pushed up above, and it validated the previous support at around $32. That is more of a significant support than I think there was up here. And it's also it consolidated here for a little bit longer. So what I want to do is I took a small position, and as of right now, 35.19, I'm down 4 cents. So I'm down very little, right? But the thing that I'm really focusing on is I average up on my positions. I don't average down. So what do I mean by that? I took a small position, and as it continues to show signs of an ascending uptrend pattern, I'll add more to my position as it confirms that. But my position right now is so small that if I tend to see a pullback or a break of pattern and it gets rejected all of a sudden by this 180-day EMA, I can cut my losses. Right now I'm going based off of the understanding that I have not taken one red trade, and I say it all the time. I have not closed one red trade this year, but I'm not going to let that get to my head and be like, oh no, I have to make this work. No, if I have to cut losses quick because I see that there's a break of pattern, you better believe that I'm going to cut losses, because that's much more important to me than having this glorified title of not having to take one red position. I know I'm going to take a red position this year. It's just a matter of time. But again, I want to be very tedious and picky with what it is that I choose to invest in. And I have to make sure that I focus on quality and that I let the patterns do the talking, not what I hope happens. So I wanted to take a small position just because I saw this potential reversal pattern based off of the previous pattern that you can see right here. I want to see how it follows up, and if we can start seeing a break of resistance at around $36. And then if we could see that, I just want to call out that you guys should keep into consideration the potential resistance that we might experience at around $40 based on this SMA indicator acting as more of a resistance. Very simple breakdown. So again, this is where I wanted to potentially get in. This is where I potentially want to get out. The margin of profit, in my opinion, is worth it for the overall position size that I'm going to have on it. 14% for an overall total account size of about $24,000. That's a pretty decent margin of profit for me. And that's why I'm taking a position. If it doesn't make sense to you and the opportunity cost isn't worth it in comparison to the margin of loss that it has to offer, then don't take it. That's simple. Now, the other one that had a pretty decent day, it recovered 3%. This is Tesla, and it was one of the first days that it actually started showing signs of consolidation. If you guys remember, I went back a little bit further, and we can do a 1-year analysis. I think it was the 1-year analysis. No, it was the 3-year analysis, and we could actually see, based on previous patterns, that around the 250 price point, there was a previous resistance, and that's what gave me the better understanding, and the SMA indicators here as well. So it gave me a better understanding that, hey, this might be a potential reversal price point. I took a very small position for a 1-day swing trade, and I wanted to see how it played out. Again, I am taking a risk, and I'm going to be completely honest about this. I am taking another risk. Like, it's a little bit riskier for me to take a small position now or take a position altogether because it's still trending below the EMA indicator. But let me tell you this. Because it pulled so far away from the EMA indicator, so this is the 180-day EMA, a very common pattern is when it has a huge sell-offs, it consolidates, it starts to try to recover, and it might still get rejected by that 180-day EMA, but because I bought so low, and if I can sell at that 180-day EMA, the margin of profit is still worth it for me. And I know that it can get rejected by the EMA because it's still showing signs of a descending pattern, which is a higher form of risk when it comes down to trading stocks, but that margin of profit was worth it for me. And I like Tesla, and although it's been showing signs of a descending pattern, when it does have sell-offs and consolidates, it pushes up, right? As a sell-off, consolidates and pushes up, very close to that EMA. So sell-off, consolidates, and then it would make sense on why it would push up. MACD indicator starting to curve back in. It does not mean that it actually has to. It can continue to sell off, and if it continues to sell off, then I'll simply have to cut losses. But again, my position size is very small. I wanted to see if I could average up leading up to the overall sell at around where that EMA indicator is at. And again, When do I plan on going for a full-fledged swing trade that I told you guys about $50,000? That's if it can confirm the upward pattern at around $300. Until then, I'm going to keep it to short-term swing trades or individual day trades as well. So I also did want to call out, I think we talked about it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, the ticker symbol CPG. Previous support at 650, overall resistance at around $8. But look at this very closely. This is actually something that we talked about in the Learn Plan Profit group. It did validate the support. It's actively trending up. Watch out for the resistance on that EMA indicator, and watch out for the resistance, the overall resistance based on the previous rejection or resistance at around where the SMA indicator is going to be at around like 750. Just an easy call out. Very horizontal pattern, very consistent. As you can see, this is the ideal low points, the ideal high points. Again, identifying good buy points. I'm trying to keep it very simple, right? And that is it. I wonder if, I hope that wasn't too bad. Let's see. I want to see what you guys have to say. Okay, so Corbin, there's so for you saying that there is a petition right now to dispute or to like appeal the PDT rule, and I was reading a little bit more about that. In my honest opinion, when it comes down to the PDT rule, the reason that it was implemented, right, based on what I read, is because so many people that have under $25,000 in their brokerage account are most likely just getting started. And because they are under the PDT rule, we limit them to how many day trades you can take within a 5-day period. I personally think that PDT rule is something that you should use as it makes you focus much more on quality. I know a lot of people don't see it that way, but it's something that I've been trying to instill within the people that I mentor. Because of that restriction, you're only given 3 day trade opportunities. You're supposed to make the most out of it. And if you can't stay green with those 3 day trades, then what makes you think that with unlimited day trades that you are going to stay green? Wouldn't that only mean that you're going to continue or at a much quicker pace, like drain your account? And that's what I want to avoid. So I know that there is a petition about that. I just want you guys to think. Again, I'm not in any side. I just want you guys to think about the overall impact that removing the restriction for the PDT rule can actually act, I think, as a catalyst for people to drain their overall account at a much quicker pace. So William Smith saying, hey Ricky, newbie here. Thank you so much for these videos. I have made mistakes, but I am learning so much. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you again for tuning in. So Brandon Lee is saying, how come you don't use larger position size like 100K? I mean, with what it is that I'm making in my overall account size, I told you guys that I'm doing this kind of like well, I should be making a video either by the end of this week or by the end of next week, depending on how my week ends. But growing my TD Ameritrade account, I'm not using really my Fidelity account anymore. I wanted to show you guys that I can grow my TD Ameritrade account from $5,000 to $25,000 on a consistent basis by swing trading mainly. And I'm at I should just need about 1 week more, and then I should be above 25,000. And that's within a 3-month period. So if I can go from 5,000 to 25,000 within 3 months, I've been showcasing all my trades, all my profits, and stuff like that. And I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible, but it's when you focus on quality and not all this mess and madness that everyone talks about it and trading all this manipulated stocks and whatever it is that everyone's promoting. I never tell anyone what to trade. I never, even people that are part of my private group, if you ever ask me what to trade, where to buy, or where to sell, I tell you that I'm not here to spoon feed anyone. And if you're not, if you're asking me where you should buy, I'm not the one that worked hard for your money. So I'm not one that I feel like has leverage on why it is that I should tell you where to buy or where to sell. You should do yourself your own, you should do yourself a favor and make sure that, if you're going to want to invest in the stock market, that you're willing to invest time to learn how to do it properly. There's a bunch of free videos that I uploaded on YouTube. It just takes a little bit longer since I have over 700 videos, and the average, time is about 20 to 30 minutes each, and it does not get straight to the point. And that's why I offered my course. It's not right for everyone, but for those that are truly interested in taking trading to the next level, and when time is money, the course gets straight to the point. There's a bunch of reviews. I mean, people can start commenting right now with their honest feedback on the course. I've received nothing but positive feedback, and the overall success rate, I have to say, is one of the highest. I mean, I just showed you guys all the profits that everyone has made. We have, I think, one of the highest success rates when it comes to overall course group, and we do that on a consistent basis. And that's what I'm here to encourage people to do. focus on what they, on patterns that they understand, invest in what they see value in, and filter out all the madness that everyone else is trying to cause on your trades, right? Because I didn't work hard for your money. No one else did. It's you. So you should be the one that determines what it is that you should invest in. So, yeah, so we got a couple people. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. So altogether, guys, thank you guys again for everything it is that you guys do. I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I should be going live tomorrow, a little bit more like around the afternoon, around 10 to 12 p.m. Hopefully we can have another green day. But altogether, it's going to be Friday. I'm not going to force anything. If I end up staying a little green, I probably don't want to hold anything over the weekend just because of how volatile the market has been. Again, please just focus on investing in whatever it is that you see value in. And before you take a position, just know where you're buying, know where you're selling, and know where you're going to be cutting your losses. For all those that are in Arizona, California, actually feel free to direct message me. My link for my Instagram is down below. And if you guys can invest 30 seconds, just go in the description, check out the links that we have down there. We have like the Learn Plan Profit private group. That's where you get to speak to me every single day. The Technical Solutions community of over 90,000 members. And there's a series of links. Feel free to check it out and let me know if you guys can give me any positive feedback that I can, just continue to create content that you guys like and appreciate. So hope you guys all have a beautiful Thursday. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure to end the year on a green note. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
You scared me.
I knew you were ending.
Oh man. Wait. Tomorrow the market is closed.
Uh-oh. You're still live, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still live. So Boop is asking, is there a different group for Forex, Ricky? I don't teach Forex or anything like that. So what's going on, Diego? All right, guys. Hope you guys all have a beautiful Thursday. Man.
I got you all scared, bro.
Yeah, you did get me all scared. All right. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.